My mornings aren't about motivation, they're about structure. First, silence. No phone, no notifications. I start the day with mental clarity. Second, coffee and thinking time. I review my priorities and decide what will actually move the needle today. Third, I write my critical three outcomes. If it doesn't support those three, it doesn't control my day. And fourth, light movement or a walk to reset my mind and stay calm for client conversations. Then I shift from planning to execution because for me, productivity isn't about working harder, it's about starting the day. So for me, mornings really isn't about motivation or inspiration. They're more about, structure, mental clarity, and intentional preparation. So today I'm going to walk you through my morning routine as a financial professional and more importantly, the reasoning behind it. Because for me, a productive day really doesn't start in the office for me. It starts with how I design my morning, right? I start my day in silence. as crazy as that may seem, right? Not with my phone, right? So when I wake up, the first thing I don't do is reach for my phone. No emails, no notifications, no social media. Mental noise is the enemy of focus for me. So I give my brain space to organize my thoughts, process different ideas, and enter the day intentionally. So I spend a few quiet minutes thinking about what matters today, right? Like what needs to move the needle, like what I want the day to actually produce. And the goal isn't to feel energized, right? The goal is to feel clear for me, right? And next is my favorite part of the morning is coffee and strategic thinking. I think that for me goes together. So not deep work, not tasks. I don't get into execution yet, just thinking. And I review my pipeline. I review upcoming meetings. I review long-term objectives and business priorities. This is why I ask, what is the most meaningful action I can take today? So, most people start their day reacting. I start by designing the day. And this helps me avoid distraction. It helps me avoid emotional decision making. It helps me avoid busyness because busy and productive are not the same thing. And it took me a while to understand that. And then I write my critical three for the day. So instead of a long to-do list, I used to do those, I choose three critical outcomes, not tasks, but outcomes. So some examples are set 3 new appointments, complete client case analysis, and follow up on key referral opportunities. So if something doesn't support those 3 priorities in that example, it doesn't control my day. So this creates focus, efficiency, and predictable progress for me. And it prevents decision fatigue. So next is light movement. This is really my mental reset. So I don't work out heavy in the morning. I don't work out real heavy in the morning, but I do move around. And sometimes a short walk, stretching or just light exercise. So that part of my day, it isn't about fitness. It's about a mental reset and energy stability. So movement helps me think clearer. Movement helps me reduce stress. It also helps me stay calm during client conversations. And in the industry that I'm in as a financial professional, emotional control matters. And my morning routine supports that, right? The next is, I'll review relevant financial news. I'll review the direction of the market. I'll review economic updates. But the key in this is this: I don't doom scroll, right? I look for signals that may affect my clients. I look for information that matters strategically, and I look at trends worth tracking. Then I just step away. Information is useful, but overconsumption can become noise to you. So then I make the mindset shift from, preparation, and I start moving towards execution. So before I leave for the day, I mentally switch gears from thinking mode to execution mode. And at that point, my priorities are defined, right? My schedule is intentional and my direction is clear. So when I start my workday, I'm not figuring things out, right? I'm executing a plan. So my routine is not about motivation. It's not about hustle. It's not about hype. It's most importantly about clarity. It's about discipline. It's about mental efficiency. And it's about intentional decisions. Because when my mind is structured, my work becomes structured. And it also becomes predictable, right? And predictable structure creates better client conversations, better strategic thinking, and better long-term results. So saying this, right, your morning routine doesn't need to look like mine, but it should support being focused. It should support control. It should support alignment with your priorities. Because great results don't start with the workday. They start with how you prepare for it.